Alright, so here's why I think Rin is the worst of the characters that I play. Let's go through all of the characters one by one. Alright, so first we have Murasaki. See, with Murasaki, you just don't care. That's why she's one of the top characters, maybe top two. Uh, so she goes in, counters, hits everything, stuns everything. She just doesn't care. You don't have to care with her. That's why she's so powerful, right? All right. So even against the boss, you still don't have to care at all. Walk in, counter, stun, hit everything, dash around, counter again, boom. So much damage. All right. Set up counter when your back is facing everybody. Doesn't matter. It's still just so much damage. I don't think anybody doubts that she is one of the strongest characters in the game. All right, next, piece of cake. All right, next we have Shizui. Shizui, in some sense, is even sillier, in a different way, of course, because all you have to do is just dash around. Like, is this even, is this even how this game is supposed to be played? All you do is just dash around, and everything dies. And her extreme dodge, it heals half her HP very quickly, and it's on a short timer. Right, so let's watch how she takes care of the bosses. All right. Shizui herself has not thrown out a single attack. All she's doing is hanging out. Winner. Okay, moving on. So she is obviously, her and Murasaki is obviously the two strongest characters. All right, Kurenai. I would put her a tier below them because you do have to start caring about your gameplay. You just don't have to carry that much because the key to her is she needs to be on the right set first. So I forgot to do that. Switch her to green, red, red. Let's see. Yeah, when you put deflecting wind on her. All right, so look at her kit. Everything is just perfect. Counter, her Galing slash gets her out of whatever trouble she's in. Get deflecting wind, Galing slash. You're gonna see that a lot. Couple hits, enemies start crowding on you, deflecting wind. Now, even if you're hit mid Gale slash, you're going to be knocked away from them, more or less, which means it's going to serve its purpose in that you're going to be safe no matter what happens. There is no situation, no circumstances, no possibility of you being in any danger. And that's why she is probably the best A tier, in my opinion. Right? So even if you're surrounded by a ton of strong enemies, Deflecting wind, Gale Slash, you're out of there. Alright. And of course I have her weapon, her limited weapon, and that just speeds everything up. It's not necessary. Alright, because deflecting wind, Gale Slash. Alright, let's just watch the rest of it. Ouch. But it's fine. Because her deflecting wind is pretty strong. It heals her quite a bit. Alright. At no point was I in actual danger. You do need to pay attention, but you're safe. Alright, moving on. Asagi. Asagi is tough to play, but she can be very powerful. Problem is she has no sustain, or she doesn't have a viable sustain. But her Kojinka is very useful. Now, admittedly, I was a bit sloppy here. This is probably one of my not the best run I did. I got hit more than I should have, but at the same time, she cleared it with some assistance. I probably put her low A. She's not as strong as Kurenai, but the tools that she has does go a ways in keeping her safe. In a sense where if you were to remove all sustain from all characters, then Asagi would probably be the best character in the game, I would think. Besides maybe Shizui. For my Asagi, I use supporters that increase damage when the enemy has a debuff. Um, so if the enemy has no debuff on him, I'm not going to do too much damage. Alright. She is a lower tier, so I allowed myself to use the ultimate to damage and clear out some of the enemies. Alright, so Asagi's getting beaten up, and that's fine. Kojinka, get out of there. Find somebody who can be attacked. Alright, just try to... Yeah, taking some damage there, but that's fine. Oh, I am getting healed a little bit from one of the supporters. I was using the Christmas Kirara supporter, I believe, but the healing is pretty irrelevant. I use it because it provides extra damage when the enemy has a debuff. Oh, I'm in the red. Yeah, I usually don't end up in the red. Alright. All right. A little tougher than the others, but she's not as strong as the others so far. All right, moving on. Yuki. Um, I don't know how good my Yuki is. I don't really play her that seriously, but she's still pretty effective, as you shall see. All right. She is fast. Very strong. Very fast dodge. Allowing her to get away quite easily. I mean, look how much damage that does. It's insane what that one skill can do. Right. So you can see you're pretty safe with her, although you need to do pay attention. So using that to clear out some of the fodders because I don't really want to deal with them. Alright, just make sure that giant death ball is up as often as possible. I got healing. And they were dead already. I was actually surprised how fast they died. Especially since my Yuki's not that I'm not that good with her. Alright, next let's go with Nui. Nui plays very similar to Yuki. Difference is she is a melee. Uh, the reason why I don't think she's as good as Yuki is that she's a bit slower, but there's a lot of strong parallels between the two. It's still hit and run, the same way Yuki was hit and run, but Nui is slower. The reason why Nui's kit comes together is because of that skill there, where it locks the enemy in place, allowing her to get away more easily. And that's what I mean when I say a character has a kit that comes together. Everything is fits. Right. See, there's Nui, who is a melee character who has to keep running away. Just because her normal attack has a slow wind up on the first couple of attacks, which means she is able to be knocked out of it quite easily. But her saving grace is that her sustain cannot be, you can't knock her out of it. It will always go through and it will always do massive damage. Let's see, there we go. There we go. Look at what, yeah. Thanks, Dewey. Alright, next. Oh yeah, Faylee. I love playing Faylee. She's so fun. Or she's a lot of things. At the moment, I have her at a purely defensive setup, but for this demo, I am going to switch her back to her red build, which is absurdly powerful. She's still vulnerable in many areas, but if her attacks goes through, She does so much damage. Alright, so one is to dash around, try to get the blood mark up, and just absolutely pulverize everything on screen. See how well that goes against the bosses. Look at that. Like half the plotters are dead already. Yep, 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 yep. 2.5 million damage. One attack. Everybody's dizzy. Or stunned, groggy, whatever that is. And of course it's a massive heal as well. I don't want to stop dashing because her stun when she gets hit, her stun is horrible. Probably one of the worst in the game. So I never want to just normal attack very often. Now it's worth pointing out that her area attack can get knocked out of, so it's not safe. So every time you use it, you just basically have to cross your fingers. But if it does go through, it does so much damage. Thanks, Rayleigh. And now we get to the end. Uh, my problem with Rin is that her kit does not come together. Maybe I'm playing her wrong. I'm completely open to that. The supporters I have on her are pretty good. Um, but maybe I'm playing her wrong. Let me know. Alright, so here's a normal attack. Got knocked out. Wait, I stunned. There we go. Got knocked out of it. I got stunned. Every time I try to go in, I get knocked out. There we go. That went through. I keep getting knocked out of my normal attacks. See, that one went through. So if she's mid-string, then she's actually really powerful. Her normal attack is really powerful. But if she's not mid-string, then she has problems getting in. Alright, so. That's fine. See how she does against the bosses. There we go. Knocked around. Volt spin. Half of went through, got knocked around. There we go. I tried to go in, got knocked around, tried to go in, got knocked around. Volt spin. Thankfully went off. There, knocked around again. Knocked around again. Knocked around again and again. That thankfully went through. I had to use my ultimate here. Alright. There we go. My volt spin was... I got knocked out of it. There we go. There. Normal attack. Got knocked out of it right away. Knocked out of it right away. And again. See, I am trying hard, to the best of my ability. I keep getting knocked out of my attack. I think honestly all she needs is for her volt spin to be safe, so that they can't knock her out of it. Because Kurenai's can't get knocked out of it, Nui's can't get knocked out of it, a lot of characters can't get knocked out of it, but hers can. And there's that half-second delay after she's done, where she can still get hit. All right. So at this point, I was pretty happy because I thought I was going to win. I've actually never beaten this before until I got stunned here. I guess. Yeah. So that's where I am with her. So yeah, if you have any thoughts, please let me know. Maybe some tips for me to get better. And all right, thank you for watching. Bye.